That was part of a song.
Yeah, it was.
Have any of you noticed that we've been slightly moving the song milliseconds forward each week? You're getting slightly more of the song every week. Eventually, you'll get the whole thing.
Matt.
What?
Why are you lying to these people?
Well, they wouldn't know that if you don't tell them.
Well, I have to.
Because I'm a pathological liar.
Are you really?
No.
Matt.
I'm a pathological... You ain't a truther.
Okay, Josh Peck. Hello and welcome to Nova Talks. I was just out of nowhere.
Wow.
I just wasn't even expecting it to happen. My name
Sucker punch.
is Dalton.
My name is Stephen Strange.
I wish it was Stephen Strange.
Me
and
too.
you were a pathological liar.
Yeah.
Maybe one day that can be your actual name if you go get it legally
I don't know.
changed.
I need my hands too much for that. I don't want to
True.
Yeah.
True. I mean, if you could play guitar with that situation going on, though.
I don't think you could.
What if you just
Have you seen? Did you see his hands in the movie?
I mean, yeah, they were
rough, son.
they were pretty.
They were rough.
but then they were okay.
No,
Then they
he
were
could not
okay.
hold his hand still. He had Parkinson's for the rest of his life.
Yeah, but think of all he could open portals and things. Like
Yeah. But could he shred? No.
that. Okay, if you had the option to shred on guitar or
Shredding every time.
open
I don't care about your
portals,
magic.
Be
This is
able-
magic, baby.
you could control time itself.
Yeah? Did he get the girl?
Yeah.
No. No.
Actually, I don't remember how the movie ends, honestly.
Spoilers. He didn't get the girl.
Oh, that's really sad. But he's still Benedict Cucumber, or whatever his name
Yeah.
is. So he's gonna get the girl.
Bendy
either way.
Noodle Cucumber Patch.
Cucumber Patch. I
Cucumber
haven't heard
Patch.
that one yet.
Yeah.
I thought you called him something else.
I mean, there's a lot of names for him, but
It just keeps changing.
only a
regularly.
few of them are PG.
True. Just look up some videos of people trying to pronounce Benedict Cumberbatch, and you'll find some really beautiful things.
Indeed, you
That's
will.
that's our recommendation for the
Yeah.
day. Go and find those videos.
Please do.
Speaking of videos,
Whoop!
videos.
You want to echo that?
Yeah. What you just did?
No. What you did.
Oh yeah, videos. We did that together.
Yeah.
Actually.
So you get it.
Yeah.
That was a kind of
I'm gonna pan that left and right.
Yeah, that was like
I'm
a
not.
binaural
I'm not
thing.
gonna
Hey,
do that. That's not gonna happen.
do it.
Speaking of videos, we just got done editing a video.
Yes, we did.
We just finished editing a video. Our hair is still intact. We didn't pull it out
just barely.
as much as we wanted to.
Yeah.
Because, like we said in the previous podcast, this one's a lot different than the ones we've done before because there's a lot more to it.
Indeed.
And we're really excited for you guys to see it. Maybe we'll put it up real soon.
Maybe you'll get it this week.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
Ooh.
So if you want to find out when it's going to be coming out, we'll be releasing that information on our Instagram account.
Indeed.
So go and find Stray Nova on Instagram.
And if you're listening to this later, it's already out. What are you doing? Go watch it.
But we'll be posting that on Facebook, or the actual video will be going on Facebook and YouTube.
Mhm.
And we are really, really excited about putting this one out because we put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
Everyone did. That was part of this. Put a lot of work into it.
Indeed.
And we're stoked for you guys to see it. Also, speaking about a lot of work, we did some work before the week even started. Well, actually, when the week started. Do you know what I'm referring to?
I think I know what you're referring to.
Okay, you tell me what you think I'm
You
referring.
talking about out on the farm?
Yes, I am referring to us being farmhands
Indeed.
for our manager Ted. Good old teddy bear. Hope he's listening.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, not super frequently, but regularly, we go out and work on our manager Ted's farm.
Because we're good kids.
Yeah,
And
well,
he pays well.
we're not good kids, though.
Hey, I'm a good kid
Okay.
most of the time.
You can believe that if you want to.
I'm a good kid.
All right. Would you like to say what we did this Sunday, though?
We a multitude of things. Really.
We did do a multitude
but
of things.
mostly, spreading some grass seed.
We spread grass.
Actually,
seed.
mostly we just got the gator stuff.
So Ted wanted to spread. I'm sure the listeners are just like on the edge of their seat. Oh my God!
baby.
I can't wait to hear what they did on the farm.
Exciting content. I bet they pet cows. Oh,
But it is kind of out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
So we'll briefly talk about it.
we won't spend too much time on it.
But he wanted to grow some grass on some.
Because, if you live around here or anywhere in the southeast region, you know that we have had a lot of rain.
It's been a lot of rain.
I hope I peaked just
You
then.
didn't actually. You actually didn't peak.
I'll have to try harder next time. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain recently.
Yeah.
And when it rains like that, everything turns to mud.
It's like close to 2010
Yeah.
territory.
It was almost super flood again.
Which, if you weren't in Tennessee for 2010, that was.
The worst flood that we have had in a really long time.
Do you remember that night?
Oh, I remember that night. That was prom night.
That was prom night,
Yeah.
and
The downpour was almost you know what? It was more exciting than prom.
prom was great. Yeah. But no, that's whenever the mall got
oh yeah.
almost totally went under.
Yeah.
Like it was almost completely submerged with water.
Yep.
And they had to rebuild almost everything,
Mm-hmm.
which is so crazy.
A lot of riverfront places in Nashville were just trashed, totally destroyed.
Clarksville too,
Yeah.
because Riverside is like right there on the river.
Yeah.
So all those businesses were just screwed.
Yep.
So it wasn't that bad,
But it was
a lot of rain.
It was yeah. There was definitely some flood damage this year. Mostly just because there was it wasn't like one big flood. It was like 3 mini floods, I guess.
because it just didn't stop raining. It just
Yeah.
kept raining. So that's why Ted wanted to grow some grass, because it rained so much. It
When you
was a
have
giant-
cows, they stomp in the mud a lot.
yeah, and it just killed
So-
it killed all the grass.
Yeah.
So there was a big patch of no grass where he wanted to have grass.
Yeah.
And
Cows got to eat somehow.
yes, but it wasn't just dirt there. It was mud.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, baby.
Like what? What would you say? 2 feet, 3 feet of mud?
If you just like plunged your hand down in there, I'd say you could swallow yourself just about.
Maybe. It was a lot of mud.
It was a lot.
And Ted said that, hey, we're gonna hop in this
Yeah.
this ATV.
We're gonna get in the gator and we're just gonna run through the middle, throw some grass. If it gets stuck, it gets stuck. We'll pull it out with the tractor.
Yeah. And so things were going pretty good. We
Yeah.
were riding around in the mud.
We were almost done, actually.
We were almost done.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, this, we're doing pretty good. We hadn't got stuck yet.
Yeah. It's like this thing doesn't want to get stuck. He said.
And then right as he said that,
Last words.
we got stuck.
Yeah.
We got stuck like there was mud. You know what? We'll show a picture of it.
Yeah.
We'll show a picture of it right
We'll put
right
the picture
now.
in
If you're
there,
watching,
yeah.
here's the picture.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness! Look at all that mud.
But it's like halfway up the tire. There's
Yeah.
so much mud.
Yeah.
He had to go and get the tractor and put some chains on there and
Pull it out.
pull it out.
Wedge it out.
Yeah.
But it was fun because I also reenacted a meme.
You did, which
Yeah.
we'll
We'll also put that up
we'll put
here.
that right now. There it is.
Oh,
Oh man, what a great picture.
such.
Oh my God.
That's
So-
hot.
that's
hot. That's hot.
What would you like, since it's a picture of you, what would you like to title the picture?
I'll call it sowing the seeds of discourse onto the internet.
I guess I'll have to type that in there.
Yeah, you'll have to type that in there.
It has to
But
be
like in a very pretty font.
it has to be like cursive, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like while you're saying it.
Yeah.
It's too much. Speaking of too much, I love your pink sunglasses right now.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Did I give you those?
No, these are St. Thomas pink.
Oh, that's
This is
right.
the cancer care. Also Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
That's
Sponsor of this podcast.
I wish.
I did give you some pink sunglasses at some
Yeah.
point, though. I don't remember why or when.
They're like more pink than this.
Oh, they're like hot
They're-
pink.
yeah, they're
That's
like-
more of like a pastel pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is breast cancer pink.
Right.
And those are like, look at me. That kind of pink.
If you could just talk like that for the rest of the podcast,
I can't.
that would be really great. And I
I'm
would
sure.
really
I'm sure
appreciate
someone
it.
would be offended. Not that I really care, but
We've already said plenty of things in this podcast that would offend somebody.
you know.
We're probably offending somebody right now,
Well, my very existence offends someone. I'm sure.
but
I'm
not
a,
me.
I'm a straight white male. That's offensive.
You're not wrong about that.
Ooh, oof. Anyways,
Speaking of things that might offend somebody, it's time to play our favorite game. And their favorite game, too.
it's everyone's favorite game.
Can Dalton guess Matt's order?
Ow!
I
Now, if you could find a picture of the Scream guy and put that in there.
Just the Scream guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can try.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
All right. What is it this week, Dalton? What are you guessing
All right.
this week?
Please
tell me.
Going to copy this list and put it into the randomizer. And we've already excluded Burger King because
Cookout is also gone.
Cookout is also gone. I got Burger King right.
Yeah.
all
Burger
the
King
way.
was correct.
So here we go.
Cookout was kind of correct.
Cookout was correct.
Just
But
not
your
currently
your
correct.
order changed. Okay,
Yeah.
so here I go, pasting it in here. Number one's what I'm gonna pick. Randomize. Arby's.
Arby's.
Arby's is also
This is also a very hard
a
one.
very hard one because
there's about 4 things that I get usually at Arby's.
pretty much every time you go to Arby's, it's something different. You don't get the same thing as last time.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like your Arby's taste is a simpler. You don't want anything too fancy, right? So
It's we have the meats.
right.
I want the meat when I go to Arby's.
Right. So, here's your rotation.
Let me
Oh, sorry.
let me
Sorry.
write down
Matt's gonna
like
write down.
the thing.
Yeah,
I have
write
to,
down.
Hang on. I have to look up exactly what it's called because
Beca-
like I know what I call it, but I don't know what Arby's calls it.
Okay.
I call it a number 7. Gotta get 2 number 9s.
I mean, but pretty much every time we go, you and people love hearing about your fast food habits. By the way,
Apparently they do.
I mean they just rave about it. It's. I mean the comment section. It's just insane.
Just ripe with
Man.
Matt's got such a refined taste. I should eat with this guy.
Next time I go to Burger King, I'm gonna get the Bacon King, just because that's what Matt's gonna get. No one's doing that, unfortunately. But they should be. They should be. Okay. I've also pulled up the Arby's menu just to refresh myself a little bit.
That's cheating.
It's not cheating. It's not cheating.
It's cheating.
It's not cheating.
It's cheating.
I'm cheating a little bit, but I just wanted
You're
to
cheating a lot.
because I'm not. It's not gonna say underneath the picture
You're cheating a lot.
of whatever it is. This is Matt's order.
Okay. I know what it is.
Okay. So here we go. Oh, you're writing it down. I'm sorry, and I'm not looking.
writing it down.
I'm looking at the camera right now. I'm not looking at what Matt's writing down because I'm a fair player. I'm not going to cheat whatsoever.
Man, they also changed the because it used to be Mountain Dew, but they don't have Mountain Dew no more.
I did not know that.
They don't have it no more. I know that because I got sad.
Why did they stop carrying Mountain Dew?
I don't know. You
Oh,
tell me.
actually, you know what? I remember. I think I was there when you ordered Mountain Dew, and they said they didn't carry it anymore. I'm almost positive.
All right, here we go then.
Okay, you gonna show it to the viewers here? What you would normally get from Arby's?
There it is, viewers.
Okay. Now the thing is,
There it was.
the thing is,
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's gonna be one of the things that I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna say a couple of things.
I mean, I can. There's like 3 answers that I will accept.
Okay. So, I'm gonna start on the spectrum. Okay.
I'm gonna exclude chicken tenders as one of those options because everybody gets chicken tendies.
Okay.
Come on now.
That was gonna be one of my options.
I mean, you would be right with that, but that's
Yeah.
too easy.
Okay.
That's too easy.
So, when Matt's just in an Arby's mood, all right? Matt's not like starving, but he's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the beef and cheddar,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm assuming that's not what you wrote down.
That's not what I wrote down, but that is acceptable.
But that is true. You would get that medium size, and you would normally get a Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
But
it's not there
but
anymore.
it's not there anymore. So now I don't know what you're gonna get. I don't know. Do they have Dr. Pepper?
They do.
Well, then I guess that's what you're getting.
That's my liquid diet.
Right. Oh man. Now I'm really not sure, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's a specialty sandwich that they have.
And it's not like a rotating specialty thing. It's up there all the time now.
Okay. I'm between two different things because I know you like this, but I don't think this is what you wrote down. Okay. I know you like the French dip and Swiss, but I don't think it's what you wrote down.
That is not what I wrote down.
But you do like that sandwich.
I do like French dip. I usually don't get that though at Arby's.
Oh, that's right. Okay, then it has to be the smokehouse brisket.
It's not.
Oh my god.
I do get the smokehouse sometimes, but that is not what I wrote down. Do you want to know what it is?
I really don't know. Okay, let me. It's roast beef, right?
Yeah. If you're going to Arby's, come on.
I really don't know. You don't like the Reuben? That's my thing.
No, I have gotten the Reuben from Arby's many times before though. Just I take the sauerkraut off.
Right. You're gonna have to tell me, I guess. Then,
it's
because
the 3-cheese roast beef, baby. The 3-cheese roast beef.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you order that before.
I've ordered that many times.
Wow. Well, I've learned something new today.
That you did.
I've learned something
3-cheese
new.
roast beef. I don't even order it special. I just get it.
You just
I
get
think
it.
it comes with because it's got the 3 cheese on there. It has like onion straws on it too, and I think it has like a little bit of horseradish maybe.
It does. It has roast beef, sharp, sliced cheddar cheese,
Oh my god.
Parmesan, peppercorn, ranch sauce.
It's ranch sauce.
It's
Okay.
ranch sauce.
Okay, that's what it is.
But you like it
Yeah.
because it has peppercorn.
Yeah. It's like spicy. That's
Yeah.
why. That's what made me think it was.
Crispy onion strings, of course.
Yeah.
Swiss cheese
Mhm.
and a sub roll, which
Yep.
is why I feel like I've never seen you get this before because usually whenever you order a sandwich at Arby's, it's like in the regular
Yeah.
bun shape.
No.
So I guess this isn't a new thing that you've been getting though.
Mm-mm.
But I've just never seen you get it personally.
You have. You just haven't paid attention.
Maybe you know when I'm eating.
Oh, I know. You are paying attention to nothing.
I am paying
Which is
attention.
why I sneak over there and steal one of them Mott sticks.
Hey, you know I always put it on your plate,
I know.
Matthew.
You offer it because you're like, I don't need to eat all 4 of these.
I
I don't need to eat 3
I
of
could.
these.
I could eat all 4 of
Oh,
them.
I know. You could eat 8 of them if you really
I
wanted to.
really could.
I could eat their entire supply. I don't care.
My God, I love mozzarella sticks.
If there's a person out there right now who does not love mozzarella sticks, I'll fight you.
stop listening to the podcast right now, I guess.
I don't even want you as a fan anymore. I'll fight you.
I literally can't think of one person that I'm remotely close to that doesn't like mozzarella sticks.
Like, how could you not?
It's just fried cheese.
Yeah.
What do you not like cheese? Everybody loves cheese. Unless you're lactose intolerant and you can't have cheese.
Even they love cheese. I'm so sad because I shouldn't be eating this cheese, but I am.
That's the worst, honestly.
Yeah.
If you're lactose intolerant, I'm so sorry. I really am.
But at the same time, stop eating all these dairy products.
You're gonna get sick.
You're
and
killing
you know
yourself.
It. You know it. We know a couple of people personally who do this.
Indeed. I'm talking to you right now.
So there you go. If you want to get Matt's, and this is how I'm going to end them now. If you want to get Matt's order at Arby's, get the 3-cheese roast beef sandwich. Do you like what I'm doing with my hands right here?
I like what you're doing there. I like that. I like that finger gun.
Thank you. And if you want to get what Dalton gets the Reuben because
Get the Reuben.
the Reuben is delicious.
Hey,
but
you know what? Reuben is tasty.
but
I
see,
don't like sauerkraut, but the Reuben is tasty.
I
Got
do-
that Thousand Island on it.
It
that
does.
corned beef.
it does.
Sourdough bread.
Sauerkraut is definitely an acquired taste.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love it.
It's kind of a weird. I don't know. It's like that weird, awkward vegetable product.
Yeah. Have you tried it before?
Yes.
But you just
I
weren't
just,
a fan.
I just didn't like it.
You're not really a huge vegetable guy to begin with.
Not most of the
anyways.
time. I mean, I will eat. I eat lettuce on a few things. I'm weird in that I like tomato products, but I just don't like tomatoes.
I think a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
Really, a lot of people, most people love ketchup,
Yeah.
but there's a majority of people who just don't like tomatoes.
Yeah.
But ketchup is
Because
also
like tomatoes are so much water.
yeah. And yes, it's made from tomatoes, but it also has a lot of sugar and a lot of salt
Yeah.
and spices and
It's
all
got
that. So
vinegar and whatnot.
yeah, so it changes the profile completely.
Yeah.
What are some vegetables that you will eat?
That I will eat.
This is the podcast, guys.
Welcome, exploring Matt's food.
Um,
I tell you what I do love that you probably wouldn't expect. I love fried squash.
oh, of course. Oh my
fried
god,
squash.
I love fried squash.
I used to eat that fresh off the oven.
Oh yeah.
That I inherited from my mother because
The taste or her
The-
feeding it to you?
no, well, both. But because she used to eat it, my grandma would make it, and she was getting it straight off as fast as she could make it.
Yeah.
Fried okra, because who doesn't love fried okra?
Is your list? Is it mostly fried?
It's just mostly fried things. No. I do like cucumber slices. I don't like pickles that much.
You
but
like cucumber slices?
Yeah, like regular old cucumber slices.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah. I can't think of like other.
This is content.
I can't think of other vegetables.
This
now,
is
besides
quality.
like potatoes.
Yeah, but is that even really a vegetable?
Actually, it's more of just a staple food.
It really is.
It's
It's in
You
its
know.
own hemisphere because you can do so many things with potatoes.
you can.
You mean
I'll tell you the one type of potato I don't like is scalloped
Oh,
because
I don't think there's one type of potato that's ever came onto my plate that I haven't finished every bite of.
scalloped potatoes to me they just don't taste right. They taste wrong.
Is it the texture?
I don't know.
Because you're definitely more of a texture guy.
I
than
am a texture
when it
kind
comes
of person.
to food.
If it's like weird and mushy, I generally don't like it unless it's like mashed potatoes because potatoes.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean you can't go wrong.
yeah.
You can't go wrong with potatoes.
I just don't like the idea of eating baby food. I can't do that. It's weird to me.
That's interesting.
See, a lot of people don't like coconut stuff, but I'm like okay with coconut.
That also surprises me.
Yeah.
So you're okay with like the shredded
like
the
sprinkled
shredded
coconut? Yeah, I'm fine with that.
That also surprises me.
That's why I get a little twinge of joy every time my mom buys Samoas
Oh,
from the Girl Scouts because I know she ain't gonna eat it. She don't like that coconut, and I'm like, oh, give it to me.
See,
Oh,
and we've touched on this before
Yeah.
about our own personal relationship with food,
yeah.
and it's
Is this turning
it's-
into a food podcast?
I think so.
Are we a dietitian podcast now?
No, I had something else I want to talk about. Maybe we can later on. But
We'll get to it, but right now we're sidebarring it pretty hard.
I do want to talk about this for a second because it's like hot and cold. I mean,
Oh,
our
We're very different.
we do have similar taste with things, but that's only because I eat literally
Yeah.
anything. That's,
I don't think I've actually seen anything that you won't eat.
I can't think of anything that I don't like, really.
There has not been a moment in my past that I can remember that a piece of food was put in front of you that you said, "No, I don't like that."
Yeah, it's maybe when I was younger I was that way, but for some reason when I turned like 21, my taste buds changed,
Mhm.
and there was a lot of, I don't know if maybe I was just more open to food, but I just started liking more things. But that's not the case for you.
No, I mean mine definitely did open up some more,
Yeah,
but I was so picky as a young kid. It
Yeah.
was like when you're at 10% and you open up 20%, you're still only at 30%.
yeah. I'm
But-
just like 150%.
Yeah.
Because I'm always trying to find something new to eat.
Yeah. Would you eat calamari?
I've eaten calamari.
You have?
Mm-hmm. I have.
Interesting.
It's pretty good actually. It's
Yeah?
it's fried calamari. That's what I've had. I haven't
Okay.
had just
Well,
regular
that's not-
calamari.
No, I need you to eat.
I would
I need you to take like some raw squid tentacle and just
be down for it.
take a munch.
Maybe we could.
I've
maybe
heard
we
it's
could-
very chewy.
Yeah, that is one thing that I had a problem with when I was younger. I loved steak,
Mhm.
but if I would get it and it was like undercooked, and I had
Yeah.
to chew a whole lot to eat it, then it gagged me.
I also had
just
that
couldn't do
problem with like slightly overcooked foods
it. Mhm.
because you have to chew it. You have to chew it so much so that you can swallow it, and it just ends up this watery,
Yeah.
gooey mess in your
Yeah.
mouth, and it's just
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't
Yeah.
do it. I had some pretty terrible moments at Ponderosa Steakhouse as a young child. Oh, I'm glad we got that on. Don't worry, I'm gonna cut that out and save it for my own personal collection.
All right, good.
Not
Maybe at the end of the year we'll have like a side roll of all my
just
sound effects.
just strange noises that
Yeah.
you've made.
Just a compilation video of every weird thing that I've done into the mic.
Yeah, but then next year we're gonna have like a sound bar, right? And
Yeah.
I can just like I can just
Just hit it.
push whatever sound I
Yeah.
want,
Can I have the Matt gag?
in real time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
That would be beautiful.
We'll keep that in mind.
I'll get you a Christmas present.
No, you won't.
I won't. I won't. It'll just be me
but
at
maybe
your
you
door
will.
with a bow on my head. Merry Christmas, Dalton.
It's me again. I'm still your best friend. Ah, well, I guess I can't complain. It could be worse.
Could be better, but it could be worse. He hasn't tried to kill me recently.
No, yeah, not too recently, anyways. But not only are our taste buds extremely different, but our eating habits are also extremely different.
Yes.
Um,
I'm much more of a bird.
yeah, you eat little bits.
I hate the feeling of being not necessarily being full, but like that. Like I slightly ate a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You get that pressure in your stomach. I hate that.
See,
It just makes me nauseous. It makes me feel like everything I just ate is about to come back out, and then
Really?
I'm like, great.
yeah. See, I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah, I just don't like that. It makes me feel sluggish and uncomfortable.
Which I think it's I think it's the normal way to eat food.
Yeah.
Maybe I have a slight eating disorder. I'm not trying to.
I don't know. I
that,
think, like in America today, most people just eat. Well, they say 3 square meals. Most people skip breakfast, though.
Yeah.
I would think. So I think most people just overeat for like lunch and dinner
Yeah.
because they're compensating for going long periods of time without food.
Yeah. Which is the wrong thing to do.
Yeah,
Because
I think it's ultimately would be healthier to eat small portions
it
scattered.
is. I don't know if they've ever done like a research on that, but I've heard that it is healthier to eat smaller portions throughout the day.
I would think it is.
Because it'd be easier to digest, and you're not overeating, and then you're not going to gain
You have
weight.
a constant influx of energy
Yeah,
being burned.
You're burning it at a steady pace.
Yeah.
Whereas where you eat a lot of food, you can burn it off, but you've eaten so much that you don't even want to get up
Yeah.
because you're so full.
You just sit there.
But that's my I don't do it as often. I mean, I still overeat sometimes because that's just who I am.
That's just what you're gonna get.
But I've been like portioning myself more
Yeah.
recently because I know it's it's not a good thing to do all the time, and also why I gained like 35 pounds after high school. But hey, that's just the way that it goes, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
But no,
Slave to our culture.
exactly. That's it. That's the thing, because whenever I have food in front of me and it's on my plate, my mind says you can't get up from this meal until you've eaten everything that's on your plate.
Yeah.
Because your parents are always like, you can't get up until
Yeah.
you've eaten everything.
Finish everything on your plate
Yeah.
right now. And it's because
So-
it's been that way for so long. Like the way that our work day works, you get a lunch break once, and then you eat when you get home.
Yeah, exactly.
So you work all day. You get one chance to eat, so you better take advantage of it.
Yeah,
And then you eat when you get home, and then you're tired and you go to sleep.
yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no time for working out, but I mean, you have to make time.
Yeah.
So
So I think change the work schedule. Small 15-minute breaks throughout the day.
yeah,
Get your food eating in, then have a snack, then you have a balanced meal throughout the course of the day.
mm-hmm. Or maybe even just a 30-minute break for lunch.
Yeah,
That's not too bad.
just something.
Yeah, but I mean, but I feel like people want an hour break because they want to get away from work,
Yeah.
but when you get an hour break, you're gonna eat more food.
Yeah.
It's just
You-
what
You
happens.
binge it for the rest of the workday because that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. I thought you just didn't like to finish. You just didn't like to finish the
Uh-huh.
meals, but whenever you eat a certain amount, you're like, okay, I just can't eat anymore, otherwise I'm gonna
Yeah.
get sick. But maybe my stomach is
Just
just
how I
larger
am.
than yours. I don't know.
Oh man, it
It
definitely is.
probably is 100%. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Indeed.
Wow. I'm gonna die sooner than you.
Is that a challenge?
You heard it here first, folks.
Dalton and Matt race to the void. Who's gonna win?
You like that noise?
I did like that noise. We have to save that.
I'll
for
put
you.
that in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also hope they're enjoying these drinking noises
Water
that we're
sounds.
making. Yeah.
Get that nice wet mouth sound.
Anything else you want to talk about our food situation?
No, I think that's pretty much covered it.
I think we've covered it.
I think that's pretty much good.
What an interesting
Indeed.
sidebar there.
Didn't expect this was going to happen.
No, not at all.
Us doing a fast food segment every week. No, we'd never talk about food.
Okay, so I want to talk about the. I know you haven't watched it, but I do want to briefly talk, or maybe not briefly. We'll see about the documentary that I've watched recently. I talked to you about it.
The Michael Jackson.
The Michael Jackson documentary.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched it, but I'll give you some information, and then I still think you could give input on it. I mean,
I can. I've already formed my opinion.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
The documentary is probably not going to change it.
Sure. But it has for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's changed. It's what everyone's talking about right now, which is crazy because Michael Jackson's been dead for 10 years.
Yeah. He died in what?
2009.
Yeah.
So it's been 10 years. That's also crazy to think about that it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
So basically what the documentary is, and I don't know how much you've heard about I've told you some briefly, but the documentary is about two guys who claim to have been molested by Michael Jackson for like 7 years, from like age 7 to like age 14, and the police are. I said Michael Jackson, and they're coming to get me.
FBI, open up.
So
don't move.
Basically, I'm trying to think of how they first met Michael Jackson. One of the boys won like a dance contest and got to meet Michael Jackson, and then the other kid was in like commercials, and like one of his first big commercial gigs was like either Pepsi or Coke or something, and he was in the commercial with Michael Jackson.
Probably Pepsi then.
I think it was Pepsi. So that's how they first got introduced to Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And then from then on, Michael Jackson like befriended the families and would like go over to their house and hang out, or like call them every day or send them faxes, which is not too out of the ordinary, really. It's definitely a little strange.
It's weirder for like a giant celebrity like that.
Yes, I mean yeah, okay, so it's a little out of the ordinary, but it's not like crazy for him to be interested in the family, because he didn't have much of one when he was younger, so it makes sense. But then it progresses, right? So he would like bring the families to his house,
yes,
at
the ranch.
Send them to the So he would take them and let them stay at Neverland, right?
Yeah.
And one of the first nights, he was like, "Hey," talking to one of the young boys, because he would never have the two families together. He was always just focused on one family at a time.
Okay.
So none of them would know about each other.
Interesting.
So he would ask the boy, "Hey, you can either sleep with your parents in our guest house, or you can come hang out with me and sleep in my room." And of course, the young boy is gonna think, well, of course I want to go hang out with Michael Jackson because he's Michael Jackson, right? But they're not thinking about that. They're just like, oh my God, I get to go hang out with Michael Jackson in his room all night. That's
I'm 8
awesome.
years old and this is amazing.
Yeah, but what bothers me is the parents.
Just let that happen.
They're like, no, go ahead, that's fine. Like, why would you not? Of course they're gonna be starstruck because it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But
still,
you can't. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, all right? So that happens. It happens often, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when the accusations are like, well, while that was happening, Michael Jackson was touching me
Yeah.
and things like that. So I forget which boy it was, but he asked the family if the boy could just stay with him, just by himself, for a year. Just stay with him at his house for a year, and like train him, and because he was wanting to be a dancer or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually a very talented dancer. He went on to choreograph NSYNC and Britney Spears. He did a lot of stuff, which is pretty cool. But I mean, staying at Michael Jackson's house for a year by yourself
As a young child.
as a young child, sleeping in the same bed with Michael Jackson every night,
My parents had a cow anytime I wanted to stay at a friend's house.
right?
For more than a night.
Mine were the exact same way.
So,
So I'm not saying the parents are to. I mean, and I'm not saying any of this is true, right?
No.
This is just their allegations. But if this is true, the parents are to blame quite a bit. I mean,
there's some dumb
they're just
dumb
gonna,
decisions have been
they're
made
just gonna let their kids.
all around.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Some silly things. I mean, because there have been Michael Jackson accusations for many years.
Yeah.
This is certainly not the first that anything weird.
Well, the
has
first
been
one
brought
happened
up.
in like 1992 or 3
Yeah,
was the first.
It's been a long
But
time ago. now.
but it was never those two.
Yeah.
The ones that were in the documentary, they're not the ones who said anything.
Yeah.
And it's also strange because there were other kids that hung out with Michael Jackson in the exact same way, like Macaulay Culkin, and he's said every time when he's asked about if Michael Jackson ever abused him, he said no, absolutely not. That never happened to me. And I don't know. Maybe if it is true. I mean, just because he didn't abuse Macaulay Culkin doesn't mean he didn't abuse other kids too. I mean, if it did happen, I guess some people have a type. I mean, I don't know. As gross as that is, that could have been the case. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are saying, well, Macaulay Culkin and these other kids are saying it never happened. So why would he do it to these other kids? Well, there's definitely still a chance that it happened to other kids.
It's like not every rapist rapes everyone they see
Exactly.
going down the street.
Everybody has what they're into. I mean, that's just the way that it goes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If someone was to ask me if I believe that Michael Jackson did this, I couldn't give them an answer.
Yeah.
It's I'm like
There's
on
a
a
lot of-
50-50 street.
There's a lot of very strange circumstantial evidence.
Yeah.
That like a lot of it points one way, but then also parts of it just don't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
So it's very weird. It's one of those things that I don't think we're ever gonna have an absolute closure on
Because he's not here.
he's dead.
The only other person that was in the room when these things were happening were the kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of them said it didn't happen, and some, like the documentary, said that it did happen.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And it's a very it's like a very weird world where some things that you see when you're a kid you think are one thing, and then you grow up and you find out that it was something else.
Yeah, and
you can misremember things all the time. I'm not saying that that's definitely what happened, but that can happen. And we also live in a world where it's pretty popular to accuse people of doing things to take money.
yes,
I'm not saying that's happening, but it's not out of the stretch of the imagination.
It's not, but that is also an easy way to get out of a situation. Hey, they're just trying to sue me for money. They're making these allegations so I have to pay them to stop and get them out of my life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I really think it could go both ways.
Yeah.
The documentary is very one-sided.
Mm-hmm. Because Mike's dead.
Because he's not here to be able. He can't say anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The weird thing for me is since the documentary is so one-sided, and they're the only ones who are saying anything. Well, I was trying to say something and then I totally forgot about it. I was gonna make a point, and now I don't remember what I was gonna say. It totally just blew right out of. It's been a long week, man.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot this week.
It's Tuesday. What are you
It's
talking
only
about?
Tuesday. This week started on like Wednesday of last week. Okay, now I remember. I had to ramble for a second.
There you go. I knew it. You get it eventually.
No, it's they're making these accusations. It's I'm gonna backtrack for a second. So Michael would always or they're saying that Michael wanted them to be with him so he could train them and help them in their careers. And he was telling them oh, you're gonna be, because I think both of them wanted to be directors. That was a big deal for them. So he was saying, "Oh, you'll be the next Spielberg. I'll get you there," which means they were around a lot of performers and a lot of actors.
Yes.
Right? So to be a director, you would have to, know a good bit about acting. So that kind of halfway leads me to believe that the whole documentary could just be them acting to make them more famous. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of strange, but it all could be. I mean, it all could be true.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Could be true. Could be false.
Who knows?
It's just one of those things that we are never going to know for sure.
We're not gonna know because he's not here.
Yeah.
And that does make me sad that he's not here, because I do really enjoy his music.
Yeah.
Which I've seen a lot of people on Facebook saying that they've deleted all their Michael Jackson songs off of their.
I think that's a very. I can't think of the word for it. It's it's a dumb trend nowadays that people have a really hard time separating the art from the artist.
Yeah.
I think it's fine to appreciate what someone has done, either in film or music or something like that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of crappy people out there. But when you, especially in something like that, it's not just them doing that.
Yeah.
All right, Michael Jackson was a huge influence in the pop world, but it wasn't just him making those songs.
No, absolutely not.
He's singing, so he's in the forefront, but there's a whole band behind him. There's people writing songs. There's people doing, they were in his videos dancing with him.
Yeah.
So, it's a whole production. It's not just him.
No.
And he's not the only one that benefits from any of the gains from that.
Yes.
So,
I mean, now I guess it's just well, it's not just, but in Michael Jackson's place, I would assume it's just his family, right?
no. Well, that and any of the artists that I would assume somebody else that was a part of that would be collecting royalties off that. It may be long enough now that it would be just him, but as for a lot of other situations, it's royalties are divvied out to everyone who was involved.
Yes, and the producers as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
there's a lot that goes into making something like that.
It's not just Michael. I mean, he was definitely a big driving force.
Yeah.
And he was the one in the spotlight, but
it takes way more than one person to make any of this happen. So when some big scandal comes along and people are like, "Oh, we should take all of this down, get it off the internet, delete it from your phone or whatever," you're hurting. They've already made their money on this anyway.
Of course.
So that you're not really accomplishing anything.
You're really just making a point for what you believe in, I guess. Which is fine. I mean, if you want to, I mean, I guess do it. But just keep in mind that you're
hurting other people way more than you're trying to hurt this one person.
Yeah, yeah.
So
what's actually kind of crazy too about this documentary. So whenever the first allegations were made about Michael, and it wasn't like I said, it wasn't the two that were in the documentary that made the accusations in 92 or 93. Whenever those were made, apparently Michael called those two boys to come and defend him in court, and they did. Every time they were like, "No, nothing ever happened to me," and Michael went to court several times before his death. And every time he would call them to be in court, they would defend him and say nothing ever happened. So now 10 years later,
Now that he's gone.
they're coming out. I mean, and you know, I don't know. The documentary was also strange to me because when the sexual acts were happening, the guys were making it very clear that they weren't. It wasn't like freaking them out. They were like okay with it. They were like cool with what was happening, which is just mind blowing.
Yeah.
Because now they're grown men, and I think they're both married to women and have children. So I don't know. I mean, that's I don't know. That's just crazy that like while it was happening, they were like, oh, this is fine, this is okay, because apparently Michael was saying this is how we love each other. This is how we show love towards one another.
This is how we love each other.
I mean, I don't know. It just blows my mind that being that young and thinking, oh, this is fine, this is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that's like their fault. I mean,
Yeah.
if it happened, obviously it was Michael like grooming them.
Yeah.
But I mean, isn't that a 7-year-old?
Yeah.
Those things happening.
It's pretty weird.
I mean, it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Really. And
Well, that's the danger of being naive.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he was their idol.
Yeah.
So of course they were.
Which is why that kind of thing is so scary.
Yeah, I mean, just the power of his words made that happen, and also allowed the parents to be like, "Nah, go and stay with Michael Jackson in his bedroom.
Yeah.
It's fine."
I find it. I don't know. Because speaking of another scandal, kids say the darndest things. All right, I'm not talking about Bill Cosby. It just happened to come up.
That is a big scandal, though.
Yeah, from the show. But it's like, even if you could make the argument, well, obviously Mike would tell him, don't tell your parents about this because this will be our secret.
Yeah.
Kids talk about things regardless. They will always say something about everything because that's what children do.
Well, apparently what they were saying that Michael was telling them while these things were happening, Michael was saying, if you tell anybody, I'll go to jail forever and you'll go to jail forever.
Yeah.
Which they wouldn't.
No.
They wouldn't go to jail. They're 7.
Yeah.
You can't even go to jail until you're 18.
Yeah. Well, you can go to juvie, but
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not jail.
But he's like jail.
Yeah.
And they believed it. So that's why, and he was like, and I'll never see you again.
Yeah.
Which was like, I'm sure a big deal because they were thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to see my idol again.
Yeah.
So I
can see it both ways.
I agree with you, but I also see it both ways.
Yeah.
Because kids talk like crazy. They're going to say whatever on their mind, or whatever's on their mind. But at the same time, with that big of a secret, I don't know. Maybe they kept it because they wanted to see Michael again.
Well,
they wanted
the
to keep
bigger
him in
the
his life.
secret, the harder it is.
The harder it is to keep. That's true. And you don't think the parents were like asking the kids all the time? What did you and Michael do while you were up there? Oh, we just played video games and ate popcorn. Like, come on. I don't
Parents pry way more than that.
Even if nothing happened, even if Michael didn't abuse the kids, even if they were just sleeping in his bedroom,
Yeah.
that's still gonna mess a kid. That's still gonna mess a kid up.
That's still like a really dumb parental decision.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. There's a lot of lines here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dots to be connected, and they just won't ever all get connected.
They won't. So the reason, apparently, I love that word, apparently. The reason that they're just now coming out with this information, which it's not just now. I think Wade was one of the guys' names. There was Wade and then Jimmy or James, something like that. I don't know. Wade is the one who came out first talking about this. He went on like live television and made these accusations years before the documentary. But what they both said was the reason behind why they wanted to come out and talk about this is because they both had they both had boys. They both had kids. And then when they got to a certain age, they were like, "Oh my God, if a grown man came and did those things with my child, like I would go insane. Like, oh my, this was abuse." Like they just then made the realization that it was abuse and not just them showing love towards Michael Jackson. So, I don't know. That one's a little.
Children change your perspective.
I don't know. But
There's a lot.
I mean, I can understand it. I can understand it, but I don't know.
The mind is a weird thing.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, you can't get a grip on your whole thought process.
That's true. And
Any
when
kind
you're,
of memories can be repressed, and
Yeah.
then you see something, then it just suddenly comes back, and then you see it in a whole new light. I don't know.
but I mean, the thing is that they were so young.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever you're 7 years old, you're so impressionable, and you can be manipulated.
Yeah. You can be manipulated up to the time you're 23.
Even after that.
Yeah. I'm manipulating you right now.
Oh. Did you like that noise?
I did like that.
Save that one too.
Okay.
I didn't think about it before I did it. Like, oh, I want him to save this one. It just that was pretty
Yeah.
organic.
That's what I like. The raw emotion.
So I know that's kind of a touchy subject, but a lot of people are talking about it, and I kind of wanted to give my opinion, which is I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it happened.
I don't know that anyone really. I'm sure there's a large camp out there now that are, the blind sheeples that believe every single thing they see.
Yeah,
And they're all like, he definitely did it.
Yeah, the documentary is nothing but
Dig
truth.
him up so we can get him again.
Yeah,
Those kind of people.
there were definitely a lot of continuity. Not a lot, but there were a few continuity things.
Yeah.
Which made me think, why was his hand there and now his hand is here when he's sobbing? And then
Yeah.
what did they tell him to say the exact same thing again? Like what? What is this, a scripted documentary? Which I'm not saying that
Ooh.
it is. Because there were parts where I was like, that just didn't feel genuine. And then there were parts that I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of genuine. So
Yeah.
I was kind of up and down the whole time.
It's hard to tell
Yeah.
nowadays.
But
A lot. Because everything that has especially stuff that's like big budget like that,
yeah.
they are pushing their narrative so hard.
Oh yeah. And they're
And
looking
they want it to look as best in that way as they can get it to look.
Yeah, and they can give as much evidence about what happened as they want, because all they have are like phone calls of just Michael Jackson talking to them. All they have are faxes with just him talking to them. All they have are videos of him sending them, of him just talking to them, saying he loves them and things like that. But there's no hard evidence of him actually molesting the children.
Mm.
And I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying that at all, because if a boy stays in a grown man's house for a year, what other intentions would he be having? I know he was deprived of his childhood, but if a grown man is asking for a young boy to sleep in his bed, it's just not right. It's just not okay.
It's very fishy things going on.
But there is no actual evidence of him doing things to children, so we're never gonna know.
Yep.
So you just have to make up your own opinion.
And even if it does, what does it accomplish?
I don't know.
Because he's dead.
He is dead.
What can we do?
I know his music is still there, and if you choose not to listen to it, then that's
your choice.
That's your choice.
Go
but
ahead.
I personally, there's no facts that I know he was a child molester. Yes, he did some weird things.
Yeah.
But I can separate it, because Michael wasn't a. He did some amazing things.
Yeah.
He did some great things.
He had very different. Points in his life.
Yeah.
All right. And when he was making good music, he was a different Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And he was a different color Michael Jackson.
That's true. But he made some great music.
Yep.
That's gonna live on forever, regardless of what happened. I hope the things that they say happened didn't happen, but I mean, it is
If
it
it
is
did.
easy to believe
Yeah.
that it did. So who knows? What's
Who
your opinion?
knows? I tell you, who knows? Mike and God.
There you go. And Mike's not here.
Yep.
So
So ask God when you see him.
leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you think about that. What are your eating habits? Tell us about your eating habits in the comments of this
Now that's a segue.
of this YouTube.
Now you
video.
have to animate a segue going
That's
across.
not gonna.
It's gonna happen.
Maybe I can do it. Actually,
It's gonna
Who
happen.
knows?
It better. I'll be upset.
Like we said before, go and find our Instagram and our Facebook and our YouTube and our Twitter. Just search Stray Nova because that's the band that we're in. We're in a band called Stray Nova, Matt. Did you know that?
Wow.
I loved that, by the way.
Yeah.
That was really cute. Good job.
Find that sound clip, like the wow memes.
You want me to take out your audio and put that in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Keep me in there, but like find the image of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. I'm not gonna do it. So go and
If you don't,
no what?
I'll cut you up. They'll never find you.
I'm gonna keep going.
You'll be in a bathtub drowned in bleach and lime.
Did you say lime?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
CLR, baby. Get rid of those stains.
Go on.
I did not just confess to murder, by the way.
I'm pretty sure Matt just confessed to murder.
No.
Cops are coming, man. They're coming for you.
No.
They're coming for you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. This is fine.
Go and find Stray Nova on all that. But also, if you want to just listen to this podcast, we've done quite a few before this. So if you want to just drive in your car or pop in some headphones, some earphones, you can't pop in headphones, can you? You might have to call a doctor. But if you want to listen to it just audibly, you can find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and now Spotify. Which is a really cool app, right? It's great. Go and find it there.
I
don't
assume
know.
so.
I've never used it. I have no idea.
Nor have I.
That's it. That's all I got. You got anything else, Matt?
Yeah. I do have one more thing.
Okay.
Here we go. How tired are you after Sunday? Not the working, but the time change.
Oh, I'm tired.
My sleep schedule, which is shaky at best, is completely screwed now.
Yeah.
Because I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning last night.
Why?
I don't know. But I don't care because the sun is out longer. Praise be.
Matt's so happy that there's more
I can
sun.
see the sun.
And you would think Matt likes the dark time, and he does. But
I
he
do.
likes it to be even.
Yeah.
He likes it to be a decent amount of sunlight and a decent amount of nighttime.
I like that 11 to 11 life.
Right.
That's what I'm about.
There you go.
Not too early in the morning because I don't like to sleep.
But not too late at night either.
Yeah.
Or too early in the night, I guess,
Yeah.
actually. Because it was getting dark at like 5:30.
Yeah. And that's just dumb. That's just dumb.
That's too much for you. That's
That's
too much.
dumb.
You like a nice 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Starts getting dark.
I like to be outside doing
7:30.
things,
Right.
at 7 o'clock.
What do you think about the time change? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah. That's a hot topic, actually.
Is it really?
Some people are like, do away with daylight savings. I'm like, do you even know what it's for?
They have no idea.
They have no idea.
I actually saw somebody tweet. This is a little side note too, I guess. Somebody tweet and they were like, "I was today years old when I found out that daylight savings was to have more sunlight during the day." They had no idea.
Oh, my goodness.
I was like, "Wow,
Amazing.
people are blind."
Amazing.
Boom, 2 sponges. That's our second recommendation for the day.
I got a good gadget for you.
Go and find Crazy Russian Hacker on YouTube.
Not like an actual crazy Russian hacker. That's like he's like living in your basement or something,
No, go
using your Wi-Fi.
Go on YouTube and find the creator, Crazy Russian Hacker, and that's all. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Just watch his
Look it
videos.
up.
Just watch his videos.
Watch them. I mean, all of them. Start at the beginning and just roll through.
But if you find the one about sponges, that's our favorite one.
Yeah.
And
Sponge life hacks.
You'll know.
You need to watch.
You'll know. That's it. That's all we got now.
That's today.
That's it. Are you sure? Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Okay. Then we're gonna end the podcast now.
Are we?
Yeah. Are you good? You okay with that? Nothing else you want to say? That's a no from Matt. This has been Nova Talks. My name is Dalton.
My name has been Stephen Strange.
And we'll talk at you next week.
Goodbye. I've come to bargain.